violence, this is non-fiction. So excuse if the content is offensive, it's official. Now that we have been acquainted, this is my pleasure, my pain, your entertainment.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Nonpfixion. Come back at you one more time with a brand new reaction. And as you see the title, it has begun, like truly begun. The Doctor Strange leaks have popped off. I'm hoping it doesn't get as crazy as the Spider-Man leaks did. But we do know that this movie may impact the MCU way differently than Spider-Man ever will. To be honest, I think a lot of stuff from Spider-Man is going to be encaptured just in Spider-Man. Only thing I think is going to affect the whole story of the MCU is the fact that Peter Parker's who he is different now. Like the things have changed and his experiences changed, for the most part because of that movie. But I think this movie, we're going to see some things that we didn't expect, especially now that we know that I'm assuming it's the What If Sorcerer Supreme. So if you haven't seen What If, spoiler warning. You know what? We're going to do this. If you have not seen any trailers from Doctor Strange, and you do want to see the movie, but you don't want to be spoiled, come back and watch this video in a couple months. Because this is probably going to spoil something. It might not exactly be what's in the movie, because a lot of this stuff is speculation because we don't know for sure. But if you don't like spoilers, this is not the video for you. Let's just be honest. It's not the video for you if you don't like spoilers. So, you have been warned. You have been warned. I didn't want to do Spider-Man too much because I really wanted to be shocked and really enjoy it. Now with this one, there's already so much speculation because of the type of story that it is that I'm just curious, and I want to know what we have going on. This is excuse me. And I'm sorry. This is actually coming from the Cosmic Wonder. So Warren from Cosmic Wonder, he always has great video, has great content, great person all around. I want to know what he knows, because I heard that we're supposed to, of course, see Loki on there. I already know Wanda's coming. Loki has been rumored to come. Captain Carter's been rumored to come. Professor X has been rumored to come. A variant of Iron Man, which might be Tom Cruise, which would be interesting because Tom Cruise was the original person they went after for that character. Also, Ben Affleck as Daredevil. It's rumored that they're trying to get him to come back for the movie. No answers yet on what if Ben Affleck has actually responded towards the request. But if that's the case, they're really going heavy with this variant idea. So who knows what else they're going to bring from the X-Men universe, say the Sony universe. Let's just get into it, y'all. Let's just get into it. I've talked enough. Let's go.
What's going on, everybody? It's Warren. Welcome back to the Cosmic Wonder, where we talk all things Marvel and MCU. And the next upcoming MCU project is Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And based off of everything that we've heard about this movie, it is going to be completely insane. In fact, the word that's been used by the cast is bonkers. And with all of these rumors going around about Multiverse of Madness, if even some of them are true, it is absolutely going to be bonkers. And if you're not up to date with some of these rumors, don't worry. Today I'll talk about them, including some new reports that there could be some major deaths coming in Multiverse of Madness, and perhaps not deaths that you are thinking about, but deaths that you absolutely would not want to see happen could happen. So I'll break it all down. And if you love Marvel and want to stay up to date on the MCU, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. So amidst all of the crazy rumors going around about Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, you might have heard some by now. Rumors that some of the original X-Men could appear. Rumors that the Fantastic Four could appear. Rumors that we might see Iron Man again, but his variant, who could perhaps be played by Tom Cruise. Rumors that Tobey Maguire could be making another return to the MCU in Multiverse of Madness. And then there's a big one that the Illuminati are going to be making their debut in the Multiverse of Madness. Now, this has actually been reported on for a pretty long time now.
See, now, I swore that there was some news that came out that said Patrick Stewart had already talked about the possibility of him showing up and was kind of open to it already. I don't remember. It's a lot of stuff coming out since Spider-Man, so I don't remember too much. But like I said, Tom Cruise was the original person they went after for Iron Man. When they did that movie, it was such a heavy burden on that movie to be successful that they went after Tom Cruise, and Tom Cruise turned it down. And then Robert Downey Jr., who was going through his court case situation, was available, and from there, what we have now.
And it's been reported on by multiple outlets, GeekosityMag.com, TheIlluminati.com,
Oh, we're going true Illuminati.
And accounts like Daniel RPK and My Time to Shine Hello have also reported this as well. So this is most likely going to happen. Plus, not to mention, in the Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness trailer, we do see different variants of characters. Of course, Doctor Strange is the big one that we saw.
Yes.
Widely believed to be Supreme Strange. At this point in time, it's unclear if it's the same Supreme Strange from the What If universe, or if it's a live action version, but needless to say, like
I think it's a live action version of the What If Doctor Strange. It wouldn't make sense because Kevin Feige made a point to say before What If even aired that What If is a part of the continuity. Why would he say that if he's not going to pull characters? So to me, this character is the Supreme Strange from the What If, because he's so timeline wise, towards the end of What If, I believe he becomes good, quote unquote. But then him and Ultron fighting at the end were put in that device, if I remember correctly. So maybe I still think it's the What If Doctor Strange.
Says things just got out of hand. And although we are seemingly going to be welcoming the Illuminati in the MCU, we should not expect them to stay long. Because according to a report from My Time to Shine Hello today, we should not expect the Illuminati to survive Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Now, this might make a lot of people mad, because I'm going to explain what exactly I've heard, and I don't think you're going to like it. However, there is a silver lining to it, so stick with me. I have heard rumors about who is going to be in the Illuminati, and I have heard that the Scarlet Witch is going to kill them. You might have heard these rumors too. The biggest one being Charles Xavier. You see, the Illuminati isn't exactly going to be from our universe. They're going to be sort of a multiversal Illuminati. At this point in time, since they're all rumors, we're not exactly sure if they're all going to come from separate universes or the whole entire group will just simply come.
If they get all the classic ones from the different movies to come in, that would be fire.
This Illuminati is not from our universe.
Oh my gosh.
If you are unaware of who the Illuminati is in Marvel Comics, it is basically a team that consists of the leaders of each superhero group that get together and basically help protect Earth. In the comics,
can we please get an actual good Black Bolt and Namor? That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Inhumans, let's go.
We have Charles Xavier representing the X-Men, Mr. Fantastic representing the Fantastic Four, Tony Stark representing the Avengers, Black Bolt representing the Inhumans, Namor the Submariner representing the Atlanteans, and Doctor Strange representing, well, essentially himself. After all, it is his job to protect reality, as he says in Avengers Infinity War. And right now we're unsure if this is going to be the exact Illuminati lineup in Multiverse of Madness, but we do know that Doctor Strange most likely is going to encounter Professor X, and he's most likely going to encounter him at the hands of Mordo. We know that Mordo, after the first Doctor Strange, went off and believed that there are too many sorcerers and kind of started to take them out. And now Doctor Strange has affected the multiverse in a lot of different ways. And right now the rumor is that somebody will take Doctor Strange to the Illuminati, sort of like a prisoner. And from there, he'll kind of face a little bit of a trial, and he'll have to explain himself. But here's where things might go wrong. He's gonna be with the Scarlet Witch, and Wanda is now more powerful than ever. Not only has she tapped into her true Scarlet Witch abilities and has realized that she has been born with this magic the entire time, but we can assume by now that she's read the entire Darkhold, so she knows some very, very dark magic. But that's not all. She's also looking for her kids, and we know America Chavez is going to be in this film, and she has the ability to go between different universes using her star portals. So we can assume that Wanda is going to use America Chavez to go through different dimensions and look for her kids. And the Illuminati might have a problem with this because she's going to go around affecting other universes. And the threat of this is essentially what they explained in Loki. The multiverse could get out of hand, there could be a multiverse of war, and all of the multiverses.
If that's how they're going to use America Chavez, that would be an interesting way to introduce her. Her getting manipulated by Wanda, basically, thinking she's doing the right thing. Wanda becomes a villain, partially for the story. Strange and the Illuminati have to fight her. Her under her own spell, basically. Eliminates the multiversal Illuminati, which would be crazy. And then Strange and Evil Strange have to put her away. I just wrote a movie. I'm that good.
Could essentially implode. So they're most likely going to have a problem with her as well. The only issue is they're not going to be strong enough to stop her. And again, according to the account My Time to Shine Hello, we shouldn't expect them to survive Multiverse of Madness, which means Wanda most likely comes into conflict with them and kills them. Remember, Wanda is supposed to be somewhat of a villain in this movie. And if you're confused about this, let me explain, because there's kind of two reasons. One is that she's looking for her kids and she'll do anything to find them, and that's pretty simple. If anyone gets in her way, she'll simply remove them. But two, it's a little bit more of a scarier reason. You see, the Darkhold is a book created by an ancient elder demon god, Cthulhu. And even though this is the MCU and not the comics, they have a deep relationship in the comics. Cthulhu and Wanda, that is. Essentially, Wanda was supposed to be a vessel for Cthulhu to return to the Earth dimension. And we could kind of see something very similar to that in the MCU. Wanda could start to maybe get possessed by Cthulhu, which could lead her to become essentially evil, and perhaps the host for a demon. Because remember, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness was supposed to be the very first horror film in the MCU.
Very true.
Even though they changed directors from Scott Derrickson to Sam Raimi is still a horror film director. And as far as we know, there's still going to be horror components of this movie. As we saw from the...
I know I haven't really kept up to this movie because of Spider-Man, but I didn't know Sam Raimi took over. I wasn't paying attention, and now I'm kind of depressed.
The trailer, it is pretty dark, but I don't think we've seen half of it yet. But I do think that they are going to add somewhat of a demon aspect to the movie, perhaps possessing Wanda. And unfortunately, what we've heard in the rumor mill is that Professor X is going to go up against Wanda, and Wanda will kill him. Now, if you recall, over a year ago, maybe even close to 2 years now, Patrick Stewart did admit in an interview that he met with Kevin Feige, and they talked about Patrick Stewart returning as Professor Xavier. Now, Patrick said that he wasn't going to return, but Andrew Garfield also said that he wasn't the werewolf and he wasn't in No Way Home, so there you go. It looks like Patrick Stewart could be returning, but only for one film, and it looks like he's going to die in Multiverse of Madness. And like I said, this might piss a lot of people off. I, for one, don't want to see him die.
Yeah, I don't want to see Professor X die. Kill off Cyclops again. Like, don't. Kill off somebody else. Be Magneto. Nah, I wouldn't want to see Magneto die, but not Patrick. Not this version of Professor X. You know what I'm saying? Like, not this version. James McAvoy, take him out, but not this one. That's hitting too emotional, I think. You're hitting a nerve that's the 97 cartoon kids, the early movies from Fox Kid people, and then this new generation, we not gonna like that one.
Technically already did see him die one time, but he came back for a lot of other films. But we also have to realize that this could simply be a different variant of Professor Xavier, and not the exact same one from the X-Men universe. He still has, but either way, it does look like Professor Xavier and perhaps Mr. Fantastic, a variant of Iron Man, and perhaps other heroes could go up against the Scarlet Witch and die. And from what it sounds like, that's exactly what's going to happen. Again, she is more powerful than ever, and probably the most powerful being in the entire multiverse. multiverse at this point. And if you add the fact that she could be possessed by a demon god and she'll do anything to find her kids, well, there's probably no stopping her, which is probably why they're saying that the Illuminati is not going to survive Multiverse of Madness. So I would be prepared to possibly see Professor Xavier die, maybe even see Iron Man dying again, even though it would probably be a variant and not Robert Downey Jr., and other members of the Illuminati as well. Now, the cool thing about this is that we still got our own X-Men in the MCU. We still get our own Fantastic Four in the MCU. It's not like they're kind of introducing them and then taking them away. These are different universal teams. They're not officially are. So while it's exciting that there are indeed going to be X-Men in the MCU if they bring Professor Xavier in.
Now, I understand what he's saying, but to get them introduced that way, because they're not introducing our version, I know that. But to see like the originals, and people are connected to the OGs regardless, just like people, Toby and Andrew, it's a connection, it's a love, it's a feel. But to bring them back and then to kill them off, like saying, hey, we're done with these. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of like what Disney is saying in the writing of that. If they do that, wow, like that would be deep. That'd be deep.
They're not really our X-Men, but I would be prepared for some absolutely crazy things to happen in this movie. But based off of everything I've just told you, let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. Don't forget to like the video, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the latest videos. For live updates, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.
Woof woof, Warren. That one. Oh my goodness. Like, the idea that Wanda is going to murk the Illuminati, like, and it's gonna be, and if it's variants that's from the original universes, I'll say that because it's Fox and it's Sony and Paramount, because they all have characters. I don't know. I think because Feige and Marvel and Disney are realizing them plugging at those emotional tones have worked for Endgame, worked for Spider-Man, being that Spider-Man just hit the 1 billion mark, the only movie to do it in the last 2 years since Endgame. So it's like they're realizing to we tug at these heartstrings, we get more dollars at the box office, make it more personal, build an attachment, and we all are attached to those characters, regardless of how good or bad those movies are. We're attached to them because for a long time that's all we had. We know there's going to be a new X-Men. We know that. We know there's going to be a new Fantastic Four. Matter of fact, I seen somebody post, I forgot the Twitter page he just talked about. I just started following literally like today, early this morning. Seen somebody else talking about it. Let me check this person out. And they had a lot of information. They just posted an hour ago that they're actually casting for Fantastic Four. They just started actual casting. So I know we're going to get our characters. But it would just feel weird for them to bring them in for a single solitary moment. I know it's multiversal, it's multivariant, I understand that, but still it'll be kind of tough to see them take out Xavier, especially after they took him out the first time. After he got killed the first time, I know he came back just like Warren said, but it still was like, damn, they really killed off Professor X. Like, I know he doesn't live forever, but wow, like you really just did that. So it's gonna be in the essence of a horror film, so much so where the characters that we love, the characters that we vibe with, are going to be taken away from us in a probably not even horrific, but it's in a way that just makes us we have a different taste in our mouth when we leave this movie. This may be one of the first movies where you think it's a good movie, but you hate it for being such a good movie because of what's going to happen in the movie. Now, my other question is, if she's using America Chavez for the portals, the star portals, which I was trying to figure out why they were bringing her into the story. when they first said they had, they did the Disney Day a couple last year, and they talked about having her in the movie. I was curious as to why. Now, it kind of makes sense why. If she's being used by Wanda to create portals so Wanda can go from place to place to try to find her kids, then that makes sense as to how and why they're using Chavez. So then I think from the trailer that we see at the end of Spider-Man, when you see the octopus character, I forgot his name, but we see the octopus character, it only makes sense that Carter is going to be in that scene. I feel like that's going to be a continuation scene from the TV show when the last time we see her is pushing the character back into the abyss with the shield first after leaving Steve Rogers. I think that's going to be she's wherever she's at, she's fighting that character and trying to keep him at bay. That's something she's going to be doing for the rest of her life probably until she comes into this live action, which will be dope. But now I'm thinking like, who all are they going to kill off? Just the Illuminati, or they going to kill off Carter? Like, and it's just one of those things where it's like, okay, so everybody, we're letting y'all know that Marvel is the only continuity going forward because we killed off everybody. Now, if they bring in Black Bolt, are they going to get the guy from the Fox show? Which I had no problem with him. I didn't like the costume wasn't truly like, it didn't look all the way good, but I liked the person who was acting. I liked the actor. I liked the different actors in some of the stories. I didn't like how the makeup looked. I didn't like how the hair looked on Medusa. That was just terrible. That looked like a wig you buy from Wish. That's what it looked like. It looked like they wished that wig looked good. That's how bad that wig looked. I don't know, man. Like now I'm questioning what they're doing because I'm feeling like they're doing this with a purpose to say, we are the only like everybody's back home. Only person technically that's not back home, besides Spider-Man, which is kind of back home but not really, is Hulk, the Incredible Hulk. And I think we're gonna actually get him soon. I've been reading too much stuff, and it's like something's not right because they haven't made a movie. And I know they had a deal where as long as they can use them, they keep their lease. But I think that's going to change. I think Feige's going to has already figured something out as to how to get him back fully. But I don't know. I wanted to say thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching the video. It's already gone long. Let me stop talking. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the trailer itself and the new information, not trailer, but the information on the video. Because if it's true, it's going to be a horror film. It's going to be a horror in the essence where like they're taking away all our good stuff. But subscribe to the channel, especially if you're new. Join the crew. Hit that notification bell as well. And if you like the video, don't forget to like the video. And you see the yellow hearts. That way, sorry. You see the yellow hearts. So we're at this point where if you made it to this point in the video, please leave a yellow heart in your comment below. Even if it's just a yellow heart. If it's 1 or 2 yellow hearts and you have no words, that's fine. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please voice them down below as well. This is going to be something else. I hope they get Ben Affleck for Daredevil, and I hope they get Tom Cruise for that because it'll be great to see them in that movie. It'll be so awesome. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day, night, evening, morning, noon, wherever you are in the world today. My name is Nonpfixion, and have a great day. I don't know what else to say after that, so I didn't know where I was going, but now I'm going off. Peace. I love you guys. Oh, sometimes be talking. Just be talking.